Guys, welcome into MLE Sports Week number 6. It is primetime Saturday night, and we are getting set for a Foundation League matchup between the Express and the Hurricanes. I bring along my broadcast partner, Sliggy, and Sliggy, matchup of teams that really, with the Hurricanes, they're on the top of the world, third in the Foundation League standings with a really good goal differential to boot, and the Express looking to get themselves back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good matchup. This is one of the games I've really been excited for because Foundation League is one of those places where literally anything can happen. And both of these teams have a lot to play for right now. Like you mentioned, with just trying to get higher in the standings and trying to find themselves in a good spot as we get closer and closer to playoffs. I'm just personally excited to see what sort of play we see come out of both of these squads.
Oh, and as the season wears on, we all know what the experience of this league does to players coming in. It makes them better. Hurricanes have been good all season long. They currently have the second best goals for total in the Foundation League at 85. They are top five goals against. But you take a look at the Express. The Express are a team that goals against wise, they're right up there as well. They're fifth with 61. They're tied with the Hurricanes in that respect. And for goals for, they're a respectable top 10 as well.
Yeah, I personally think this is going to be a close game, especially with how we're sort of looking at these standings. The Express, especially, they haven't looked the greatest this season. They've been a little shaky, but they've shown a lot of promise. And I think, especially if they were able to come away with a win here, that would do wonders of getting them back in a really good position for the Blue Conference to try and solidify a sort of playoff spot as again we close to the end, get nearer to the end of this season.
Yep, should be good. Playoff races starting to heat up in all of the leagues across the MLE family of teams. But I believe we are getting set and ready. Teams are getting in, and we will get this show on the road. Terminator, and I don't know for the Express, the Hurricanes bring out Frog Dog, and it's Stanless. The call is yours, Sleeky. Let's bring it. Let's get it on.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Game one, Foundation League. And that kickoff is underway. Send over to that right side. It's going to be a bit of a miss there from Stanless, but it's going to get sent into the corner. Good opportunity opening up right away. Terminator almost able to get an early goal, but comes just short. And now on the counter, the Hurricane looking to set something up. Frog Dog not confident enough on that first hit, but does get it center for Stanless, who he himself cannot find the goal. It's a good follow-up in midfield to keep it away.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, nice defense rotating back from the Express. The half flip by I don't know, able to get back and cover the net, not give the Hurricanes any chance to get a mounted attack on. That's a good start for the Express defensively. Something that they are known for. They're top five for a reason in that department. See if they can keep that up against a high-powered Hurricanes offense.
Well, it's going to be dropping back down for Terminator. That's actually a good clear downfield. Stanless able to pick it up in his own half and push it away.
Great challenge.
Mr. I don't know. Trying to just create space in this half. That demo is going to make it a lot easier for the Hurricanes to try and get something going offensively here. It's a great pass.
Oh.
Stanless with the follow and a beautiful team play to put the Hurricanes in front.
And you look at Terminator here. Terminator's not really sure where this ball is going, unfortunately. He's not able to read exactly what's happening behind him. The second man coming in behind him towards that net looking for the cherry, but he needs to be attacking that ball out towards midfield as they gave the offense a chance to go and grab boost before challenging that ball. It's a 1-0 lead early for the Hurricanes.
It could be two here as it opens up on the counter. Frog Dog trying to get that up in center, but no one able to follow through. He'll turn on it again here, send it downfield. Comes close to hitting the ceiling, but doesn't. Drops down, he finds the touch. When it's a bit high, could have been a good opportunity for them to double their lead.
So a couple things I'm noticing on a Terminator, not to pick on him or anything, but at the moment, his boost management, not very good. He's putting himself at zeros in really rough spots, and like these little things, he's nickel and diming himself on boost when he really doesn't need to, and it's putting himself in terrible spots. Like there, he has to put the ball laterally instead of controlling it because of his lack of boost. So something to keep in mind going into the latter part of these games as whether or not he can adjust that strategy.
Yeah, and I think part of that might be just the nerves of being on stream, especially with playing an opponent like that. He makes up for it, though, with a really good soft touch in the net there to get him back level.
Yep, and Frog Dog wants it back for sure. He definitely wants to clear that away from the oncoming Terminator, but Terminator plays it patiently, able to get that done, gets it past the two defenders in net, and make it a 1-1 score.
So back level again. We'll see how the rest of this game continues. Still pretty early on. Mr. I don't know since that near net, but it's wide. Stanless looks to follow this up, but I don't know, beating him to it. It's Frog Dog who has to come away with the save. Frog Dog going to get the follow-up to send it back downfield. That's going to be coming right in front of goal. Not a lot of pressure coming from the Hurricanes on that as Frog Dog not able to find the touch. And Mr. I don't know actually on the counter, just going to be able to send it downfield and in.
And actually, Frog Dog put himself in a really odd spot for him and his team. Stanless is coming up to try to challenge that ball into the corner, but instead, I don't know, decides, or Frog Dog decides to go for that in the corner. I don't know is the recipient of a pretty nice counterattack as both offensive players for the Hurricanes were up and Express had the lead.
Well, it falls to the hands of Stanless, who will send it back in that corner. Gets one touch. Terminator not able to find it. He tries to backflip into it. I don't know, able to bail him out of that situation. And we're seeing some rushed attempts here. Both teams just trying to up their speed, but they're not quite getting the accuracy on the touches they need. And I feel like that's putting them into positions where they could really avoid getting into in the first place.
I love that challenge in the corner from Frog Dog, and Stanless did not feel confident enough to go after that with the defender having the ball in his possession. But good job by the Hurricanes. They continue to do that, not give the Express any space, both in their own end and in their end. Then the Hurricanes are going to be in good shape.
That's a good clear from Mr. I don't know. We'll see if he can follow it up. He does actually find the touch. Terminator looking to close that down. Frog Dog beating him to it. It's a good touch over top of one. Mr. I don't know not able to beat two. Terminator keeping that in the Hurricanes half. They're struggling to find space. And Stanless finally able to send that downfield. Could be an opportunity, but Terminator to keep it away. Stanless putting it through again, but Frog Dog playing it safe is all the way back at the halfway line.
Yeah, not really a lot of aggressive attacks either way. Neither one wants to really make that mistake to give their opponents the advantage and get them, give the Hurricanes a chance to get back level in this game. Express have the lead. They know the Hurricanes have to come to them at some point. When is that going to be with 60 seconds left?
That's a good clear, but cut down from Frog Dog. Stanless getting close. They double commit on that. And Terminator, if you can get a good touch out in the mid, could have had an opportunity on the counter. But the Hurricanes quick on the rotation, able to get back defensively. Mr. I don't know doesn't find the touch. Frog Dog with an opportunity. He pops it up for Stanless, who will put it through. And a great team effort to get them back level with 38 to go.
Not sure that the pass was entirely intentional, but it worked out beautifully as it drew up, I don't know, in the net and couldn't really do anything about that. Terminator's had a couple of instances where he's had no boost in his own end, having to come back. So he's got to be able to change that up. Otherwise, this team's still going to be in a lick of trouble.
Well, it's a touch from Stanless to send it back down. Was a close one there as well. If he doesn't get that touch, it's almost certainly a goal. Frog Dog trying his attempt on net, but it's wide. And with this game still tied, 20 seconds counting down, we're getting potentially into golden goal territory here. His next goal could be absolutely critical. That's a great dunk from Stanless. Just not quite able to follow it up in the corner, and that'll be Terminator trying to push it back downfield. 8 seconds. He's got an opportunity off the wall, sends it in front, but Frog Dog to cut it down. And barring a goal here on the counter from the Hurricanes, which might know, almost though, came close to happening. We have overtime.
Yeah, I don't know. Had an angle on that to be able to keep it in front of him, which was absolutely key on that because that was probably headed for the house as that game ended. So OT in game one wouldn't have asked for anything more. See which team has the advantage.
Mr. I don't know, popping that up, but then backing away from it, it gives it straight to Stanless. He's going to try and put that center. Frog Dog was following up with him on the wall. A bit of an awkward placement there as Mr. I don't know finally able to get that out of the center of his field. We'll look to send it back down now, but he can't maintain control. And that's going to come close. Terminator dropping it down. Stanless is there. He'll put it through. And the Hurricanes take game number 1.
Yeah, and this is not necessarily on Terminator. The problem was, I don't know, he had it controlled on the sidewall and knocked it farther enough away from him and also took himself out of the play on defense. A nice clear back into the Express zone, set up the Hurricanes in a 2v1 scenario. Terminator can do all, or is only going to be able to do what he can there to get it away from the goal line. Not able to do it for very long. And the Hurricanes eventually come back from being one down. They take a 3-2 win in game 1.
Yeah, and just great tenacity on their part to keep fighting even when they're down. They don't let it get them down. And they're able to come back and they're able to secure a win, which is big for their momentum, especially here in Foundation League. Momentum can go a long way because you have to rely on everything that you've been taught and everything that you know to get through these games. And that's a wonderful start to the Hurricanes to trying to build that early momentum.
Yeah, and you look at the Hurricanes now 17-9 on the season. They are currently in third in the MLE Foundation League standings coming into tonight's matches. So they want every single win they can possibly get for playoff seeding and to possibly get to the top of that Foundation League ladder before playoffs start.
Well, if that's their goal, they're off to a good start here in this game, but it's still early on in the series. You got 4 more games to play, plenty of room for Express to start tightening up on the mistakes they've made rotationally and start getting solid pressure downfield. And as we get ready to start with game number 2, I'm curious to see if we'll see any sort of mix up on the end of Express.
That there's the only thing that really needs to change is their boost management as a whole needs to get a little bit better. Terminator the main culprit of that, but I think mentioning it and realizing where the faults are, realizing that he's out of juice at key times is going to be a key thing for him. He's got to come across and make a save here, and is able to do it. But that's the main thing that needs to change for them. Their communication needs to improve a little bit as well. Less double commits and being able to get it out of the zone and tell your teammate where they're at is going to be key.
Well, the Hurricanes off to a quick start here in this half, applying lots of pressure. Double commit
Oh.
there, but it ends up paying off as the speed too much for the Express to be able to find the save.
And this is a great placement by Frog Dog. Terminator in the right spot there. He's but middle of the goal, which is more or less where you need to be able to stop a shot from that angle. Should he have time to react to get to it? Unfortunately, with it being bottom left at the speed it was coming, that's really hard to stop and make it a 1-0 lead because of it.
That bump clearing up a lot of space for Frog Dog to send it down. Stanless just trying to get out of the way from that. But now Terminator on the counter, sending it downfield. He's got Mr. I Don't Know supporting back midfield, but that pinch too powerful across net. I Don't Know trying to slow it down some more. Good attempt there from Terminator to try and get that on target. But now the counterattack coming from the Hurricanes. Frog Dog popping it up. Demo coming through. That demo could have been critical to the save there from Terminator.
Yeah, that probably should have been a 2-0 lead, and the Hurricanes may have that come back to bite them here at some point, but they'll get a second shot here.
Oh no, Terminator just with a Fields backflip, man, got a little bit too excited. And it is a 2-0 lead, like you said, for the Hurricanes.
Yep, able to grab that boost and get across the goal. And actually, he had a full canister, so he couldn't even make a thing happen there, but couldn't get across to make that save. 2-0 lead for the Hurricanes, and maybe it won't come back to bite them.
Well, another good kickoff in their favor. Stanless sending that off the backboard, looks to follow it up. He gets the touch, but it's wide. I think Terminator might have gotten a slight touch on that. Sent against the back wall, or side wall, I should say. Stanless sending that through. Terminator going to be able to cut that one down, and now he's got one to beat defensively. He's just going to try and get it around, and he does. What a good cut from Terminator.
That's a great bait from him as well. He keeps it on the sidewall. I would have preferred for him to go for that boost there, but he doesn't necessarily need it. He's just able to keep the angle, keep Frog Dog thinking he's going to go for the sidewall, probably thinks he's going to try to get it up the ramp and set it up as a pass in the middle, but a great individual effort to make it a 2-1 deficit instead.
And still plenty of time, 3:30 to go in this game to the Express by certain, not out of it yet.
No.
Got to try and work harder at getting it out of their own half. They're spending quite a lot of time defensively right now. They're giving a lot of space to the Hurricanes to essentially have their way with the ball in the Express half.
And setting Terminator in net by himself is proven not to be an effective mode of defense as Stanless able to get them done. They're camping out in their own box a lot, and that is causing major problems for them getting to the balls in the corners. Hurricanes not giving them any opportunity or any alone time in their own ends. Social distancing, obviously not something that they practice in the MLE landscape, as it's a 3-1 lead for them now.
Yeah, and it just keeps getting from bad to worse for the Express. They've got to just do anything they can to get speed offensively. Frog Dog was looking for a demo there, but couldn't quite find it to get it through. Mr. I Don't Know sending it down now. Frog Dog off the side wall. Terminator to be lacking on boost, not able to find that, but Frog Dog can't get it on target. Mr. I Don't Know now, just sort of waiting for a response from the Hurricanes. Stanless comes through to challenge him, actually ends up winning it. Now he'll take it out of the corner. He'll get it center. I don't know, with the touch to keep it away, but
Mhm.
plenty of space for Frog Dog to recapture possession here. He doesn't have a lot of boost, but he does get it center. Too bad Stanless not quite in position to follow up.
Yeah, at the moment, the Express are having problems supporting each other. They're basically giving the possession back to the Hurricanes, which is not necessarily a thing that they want to keep doing if they plan on making a comeback in this game and in this series. This could have the problem to escalate, or could have the possibility to escalate into a real big issue if things don't fix.
And another grid opportunity opening up there for the Hurricanes. Saved away again. Terminator now trying to get it past one. It feels like Terminator better on offense than he has been on defense. He's done well getting it around. Not quite able to do it there. Mr. I don't know. Off the corner, it calls on to Stanless. We'll double commit again with Frog Dog. No need for that double commit there. Frog had the hit. Stanless was facing the wrong direction. Just needed to try and back away and clear it out. And now it's Express giving away possession again there as Terminator was trying to just follow it up. Back center here. It's Frog Dog up for it. It's high. Follow up from Stanless is far away, but that miss from Mr. I don't know could open things up on that. Terminator not going to be able to get to it in time, and it's a 4-1 lead now for the Hurricanes.
And this is probably a higher skill level play, but if you're Terminator, maybe going up the back wall there probably is going to be your best effort to get in front of that to defend it. Trying to go up to defend from that angle, not your most effective angle at that ball, and it creates a 3-goal deficit here with about 70 seconds left.
Well, that's off the sidewall. Terminator had an angle to potentially either send that or keep it close. Fortunately, he's not able to find it. Frog Dog pushing forward. 60 seconds left. Hurricanes with a controlling lead right now. Express really need to try and find something offensively, but it's just not going to happen. Stanley's putting another through, and the Hurricanes just running away with it.
And it's not the Express are doing anything particularly wrong, but it's really nice work from the Hurricanes, not giving any space. Like, that challenge is a perfect way to challenge at the midfield. The Hurricanes own the midfield and anything into the Express zone right now. As we continue in, it doesn't look like that's anywhere subject to change, unless the Express can maybe change in game 3, but it's not looking likely.
Well, Frog Dog again applying pressure. Mr. I don't know looking to clear it away. At the very least, Express need to try and find some sort of goal near the end of this game just to build a little bit of momentum heading into game 3. Get them something so they can feel good heading into that game.
Get him a goal.
Stanless looks to get something moving here on the left side. He gets it over top. One follow-up touch, gets it around Mr. I don't know, who jumped a bit early on that one. Frog Dog sending it near target, almost able to find it on, but it's off the post and away. 10 seconds remaining. Terminator has possession. He's rocketing down the left side of the field, looking to try and get a consolation goal. Mr. I don't know had the angle, but just wasn't able to find the touch. And that touch there, not quite going to hit the ground, but this one will, and Hurricanes take game 2.
Yeah, pretty dominant victory from the Hurricanes in game number 2 as they continue to extend their goal differential by another 4 in this one. But good work. I mean, it all boils down to their use of space and their denial of space to the Express. The Express having to basically sit on their hind legs towards their own goal line because the Hurricanes are all over them from the word go. That's a great way to play if you're the Hurricanes. If you're the Express, it's a matter of you have to speed up your thought process a little bit. You have to get yourselves in positions to put yourself before or in front of the ball that the Hurricanes are trying to challenge and get more speed. The slow plays are not working for you right now. You have to be able to get big, long boomers downfield at this point and try to follow it up because that's what the Hurricanes are giving you. They're not giving you anything in front of them, they're giving you what's behind them. So go over the top if need be.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think if we could see a little bit more verticality out of this Express team, we would start to see more success. And another one of the big things, and I know this is Foundation League, but when the opportunities are coming the way of Express, it feels like they're coming just shy on that final execution, and whether it's nerves or just are not quite comfortable with those sorts of shots. But if they can really start to tighten up and get the execution going when they make it in the final third, the opportunities are there. They just need to take advantage of them.
Yeah, try getting over the top. Can relate it to hockey. That's obviously my favorite sport outside of Rocket League. Let's put it over the top, put it into the zone and chase it. Get it into the corners, get it into the dirty areas, and get it into the center, so the Hurricanes have something to stress about in their own end.
Well, it's a 2-0 lead in the series for the Hurricanes as we get started with game number 3. Terminator. It's an early bump on Stanless, but Mr. I don't know was a bit far back. Frog Dog gets it around one. Stanless looking for Frog Dog again. It's a good pass. The Frog Dog, I don't think, was quite ready for it. Off the sidewall, Stanless looking for an angle again. That one will get saved away. Terminator, just misses the ball slightly there. Is able to recover quickly. Now, Mr. I don't know, looking to send this downfield. Solid touch with power. Frog Dog in goal. Stanless still trying to get back around, and Terminator way too far away from the play there. If he had been a little bit closer, could have been an early goal for the Express.
Yeah, he's a little apprehensive to go after those challenges because they've been beaten behind them like that on a couple of different occasions. But at this point, you're down 2 in the series. You have to start turning on the Jets and going for those and just making things happen. So get faster to those challenges. Worst comes to worst, at that point, your man closest to their net needs to be rotating back to cover that defensive side while you go for that challenge.
Well, that's a good stop there from Terminator at the halfway line. He's got support from Mr. I don't know, but a good counter rotation back. Set him up to receive this. He goes up off the wall, not able to find the touch. Terminator, last man back, does get the touch back over to the sidewall. He's got Mr. I don't know on the left side. Stanless pushing it over there. Mr. I don't know picks up that 100 boost, gets the touch off the wall.
Good defense.
Could be another touch here. Backboard. If they can follow it up, they do it slow. And an excellent save from Stanless.
That was a great save from Stanless in the goal line. Gave Terminator a nice play in front. He puts it just off the post. That's been about the microcosm of the series so far for the Express, and something they'll try to change. But a nice change so far in a scoreless game with 3 minutes to go. We've seen more Express on the offensive side, which is what I wanted to see coming into this contest.
Yeah, it feels like they've sort of understood that they need to apply more pressure because letting the Hurricanes have that much space is what's been killing them. Good pressure from Terminator there. Mr. I don't know needs to cheat a little bit farther up the field to be part of the play. It's going to be a bump on Frog Dog. Terminator's there, but he can't find the touch. It's a good little soft touch there from Mr. I don't know.
Good
We'll
bump in the
follow
middle.
up in midfield and a great dunk from Stanless.
Yep, that's the kind of challenges that they've had all day long. The nice midfield challenges right in front, and it sets up a beautiful play for Frog Dog across the net, left side, and it puts it in. 1-0 lead for the Hurricanes.
And just stuffs that through both defenders. Absolute sheer power on that goal, and it puts the Hurricanes in front with about 2:34 to go. We're about to cross over into the second half, and as well as the Hurricanes the Express have looked, the Hurricanes defense has been on point this game.
They have. They've been able to weather the storm, which is a storm you probably expected to see coming into game 3. The Express did not want to go down 3-0, and they're showing it. They just haven't been able to basically break the wall that is the Hurricanes defense right now.
That's another shot near net. A bit too far away with not enough power on that one. It lets it fall down for Mr. I don't know, who takes a shot. Terminator there for the follow-up. They actually double commit on that. And now with no one back in the half, Terminator trying to get back in time. He will find the touch, but a dangerous position they put themselves in there by over-committing on that offensive opportunity.
Yeah, dangerous times call for dangerous measures. That double commit you mentioned was a dangerous measure, but I think at this point it's needed. Sometimes you need to sacrifice a little bit on defense to go for offense, and that unfortunately hits him here as Stanless at the top of the box able to put that one home.
Yeah, and just hesitation from Mr. I don't know. He wasn't really confident of where that ball was going to be. The Stanless not on his screen, so he just comes screaming through when he does jump through it. Great read from the Hurricanes. They go up now 2-0 with about 1:30 left to go. Still doable for the Express. But they have got to start pushing this ball farther downfield. That's another take from Frog Dog, but he lands a bit poorly and can't follow it through.
I wish we could count for turnovers in the stat book as well. I know it's not technically possible with the API, but I think it'd be really nice to see exactly what teams are among those that force the most turnovers. I think the Hurricanes, given what I'm seeing here, be at the top or near the top of that list in the Foundation League.
And another two quick opportunities there for the Express as well that they weren't able to take advantage of. I mean, regardless of how many turnovers the Hurricanes are putting, opportunities are still falling into the lap of the Express. They just haven't been able to capitalize on it. It's been the story of this series for them. And I'd really like to see, now that we're seeing more offensive pressure coming out of them, for them to really start getting confident on finishing it. Mr. I don't know, starting on the right track there, but a good block defensively to keep it away.
Well, and that's true of the Express having the opportunities, but part of the keys to eliminating those opportunities is there's going to be a runner back downfield. I'll continue that point in a second as Stanless is going to have this. Let's see what happened here and where the issue were. Two in the corner, two on the goal line, and just one clear is all it took to basically give a run back the other way towards the empty net. So that should seal it here for the Hurricanes. But back to the previous point, the Hurricanes, their back wall defense and keeping the ball out of frame has been absolutely key to stopping the Express from basically doing whatever they want in the offensive zone. As long as they continue to do that in games 4 and 5, they'll be fine. As they might get one here, I don't know, with a really nice challenge at the right wing side.
Yeah, it's just an excellent dunk here. He follows it up so well. Stanless trying to just clear it away to kill time, but I don't know, gets in front of it. Frog Dog not able to respond to the speed quite quickly enough. He was pushing forward because I think he expected to clear as well. And it ends up being a goal given away for the Express. I don't know, with possession, he looks to follow it up. That would have been a really nice goal for him to try and grab there. But at least a little bit of momentum for the Express in the final moments of this game that they can try and use to build upon in game 3.
Certainly some positives, no doubt about that one, and hopefully they can take those into a game 4. But Hurricanes, or a game, was that game 2 or 3?
That was game 3. That was game 3.
That
Sorry,
was
my
that
bad.
was
We're
game 3. No
going into
problem.
game 4.
So we're going into game 4. There are some positives absolutely to take away for the Express. They had them. They had the offensive pressure. They led in shots as well. Their quality scoring chances went up, which is exactly what you want. And they just need to try to crack this wall with the Hurricanes. More aggressive rotations, grabbing boost at the midfield, if you can, a little bit more regularly instead of putting two in the corner or two towards the goal line. Be able to support each other. Put yourself in a support position, maybe towards the middle of the zone for passing. Try to find a way to draw the Hurricanes up on and not take so many direct shots at the net first time through. They're basically one opportunity and done at the moment. They should try to change that next to try to get into the Hurricanes' thought process and get a goal or two to start this out.
Yeah, and for the Hurricanes, it's really what they need to focus on is just continuing to do what we've seen them do up to this point. We've seen solid teamwork coming through them. We've seen them utilizing space and trying to get passes off to each other.
Mhm.
Defensively, they've been solid because their rotations have been on point. They've been where they need to be. They're not leaving a whole lot of space for the Express to work with. And if they can keep that up, we might see a sweep come out of this series, but still time for the Express to try
Yep.
and mitigate a bit of this loss.
And the Hurricanes defensively very, very good so far, giving up 4 goals in 3 games as they try to add to that goal differential. They are doing very good work on that side of the ball right now. We'll see if they can continue it.
Well, kickoff again here, game number 4 between these two teams, and that's won by the Express. A big win for them as well as it goes off the sidewall and in. That's exactly how they would want to start this game.
So that's one of my favorite goals in Rocket League. It's called the Plinko goal. Off the sidewall, off the kick. Pretty easy one. Not easy to defend if you don't exactly know where it's going, and the Express needed that 3 seconds in.
This one going in favor of the Hurricanes. It's going to fall back down. Stanless up in the air for it. Takes a shot, and it's a banger. Terminator just not able to get in front of it quickly enough. And just like that, the Hurricanes get back level.
And Terminator's in a decent spot to try to defend that, but at that point, he's probably got to guess where it's going. Needs to be up and trying to attack where he thinks the ball might head first. Not something maybe at that speed he's anticipating, but a real nice air roll to get nose on ball from Stanless.
Yeah, a beautiful play, especially down here in Foundation League. Stanless showing off his control of the car, and he gets them back in control of this game. It's Frog Dog trying to follow it up. Will be Terminator getting it over one. Stanless gets a glancing touch to keep it away. And Frog Dog to send it back downfield.
And a little bit of apprehension there for Mr. I don't know. Good demo as well, but he had a chance to try to challenge that and keep it in for the offensive level of play, but decided to stay a little bit back towards the halfway line as Terminator wasn't out yet. Got to start sacrificing somewhere, boys. Get yourself a little bit faster on the rotations.
That's off the corner and down. Stanless trying to get the cut. He does, but it's not on target. Frog Dog following it up. Mr. I don't know with a critical save to keep it away. We remain tied at 1 as we cross over the first minute. That's a good clear downfield for Mr. I don't know, and Terminator was in a great position to follow it through. He just didn't have the boost to have the speed.
Good challenge.
Frog Dog again sending it into the express half. He's got an angle. He's going to take it well. Hurricanes off now to a 2-1 lead in game 4.
And caught both Terminator and Mr. I don't know headed backwards towards their own end. Not a lot of communication as to who's going to go for that ball and challenge or who's going to go back to net and defend. They both decide to go back to defend and give Frog Dog a whole bunch of space, and he takes full advantage.
Well, off the sidewall again, but that one not quite going to be on target for the Express. Mr. I don't know looks to clear it away, but Stanless with the touch to keep it in the Express half. Frog Dog back over to I don't know. A little bit of possession battle happening right now, and Terminator finally able to get some sort of clearance, but it's not for long. Frog Dog with the double. He's not able to find it, and Stanless far too far away to be able to follow that through. Almost an insane goal for Frog Dog.
Yeah, no kidding. I liked what I saw there from Frog. Mechanics failed him just a little bit on the back end, trying to finish off the double tap, not able to quite get it where he needed to. But a good start, good effort either way.
Ooh, and a pass. Frog Dog was looking for the doink to redirect that in on net. Was a solid opportunity. They just weren't able to find it through. Now on the counter, Mr. I don't know, keeping it in the half. Stanless keeping it center, but Terminator not there in time. He will get in front of that one. Stanless now off the corner, but it's cleared out again. Good defense from the Express in that situation, and a great dunk there from Mr. I don't know. Has an opportunity to send the center as Terminator is cheating up, but Stanless too quick.
Oh, able to beat them towards the back line. Got to try to get somebody back on the goal line.
Fortunately, Frog Dog not quite able to get that on target. 2:12 to go. It's a 1-goal game. Express need to try and find a victory here because they're already 3-0 down in the series. An opportunity was available for them there, but a good defensive rotation cuts it down. That's over Terminator. Pass off the backboard. Frog Dog was there.
Got a runner.
It goes right over him. Empty net, empty half, and Mr. I don't know just can't get it on target.
Oh,
Terminator with the shot, but a great save, and now Stanless with an empty half of his own. He's got the ball on top of his car, but it slows it down tremendously, but it doesn't matter. A beautiful flick to increase their lead to 2.
Yeah, and the flick was absolutely gorgeous from Stanless, able to slow that down perfectly. I think if you're, I don't know, I did not like his angle necessarily. He's just got to focus on getting back to the net and putting himself in front of that ball, but he's a little bit late getting back. Not sure if it was a boost shortage or whatever it was, created a major problem with 100 seconds to go.
And Terminator there as well actually had a really good angle to challenge Stanless while he was dribbling it and just sort of stopped. I'm not sure why. He had the momentum and everything to at least get a touch, but he falls short, and then Stanless, after the flick, it put Mr. I don't know in a really bad spot, and now it puts the Express in a bad position of having to come back 2 goals in 1 minute and 15 seconds. They have been struggling to capitalize on the opportunities they've seen downfield. That has been something the Hurricane just quite simply happened in this game or in this series. 1 minute left in regulation for this one. Mr. I don't know is up. He gets it off the bar. Terminator can't get the follow-up. It's right in front of him, but he can't find the power to send it on goal. And that's another missed opportunity. Does it result in a goal against him, or does it? Frog Dog sending it through 4-1.
Yeah, Terminator a little bit more apprehensive, trying to figure out how to get more power on that ball. I think his next area of advancement is going to be trying to focus on getting the nose on the ball. He flips into it, he takes away a lot of velocity and completely removes his momentum going forward as he stops before flipping. That creates a major problem and something he'll work on fixing. That'll be something he looks back on in video, and hopefully he can work mechanically to correct it.
Mr. I don't know with a great sitter there. Terminator just again not able to get that on target. Good effort from Mr. I don't know though to at least try and get it in front. They still have one more game to try and come away with a victory here. Hurricanes essentially have secured this game. Terminator, oh, got it good off the wall. Mr. I don't know there is able to follow it through and put it in, and it reduces their deficit now down to 2.
Better end game momentum here for the Express. Great challenge at the halfway line from Terminator, able to take that ball away near the mid boost pad. He takes that away from the last defender. He has him and goal to work with and the ball. He's at least able to put it up the back wall for I don't know to be able to put it in. So that's at least something the Express can take away from this game or towards a game 5, as they'll try to put themselves in a position to at least take one win from this.
Yeah, it's been a great showing from the Hurricane. They've really been showing off their technical skill. And for the Express, they just haven't quite been able to catch up. It hasn't been too bad of blowouts. The Express have been able to come back near the end of both of these games. But if you're the Express right now, you really want to take away a win in Game 5 to at least prevent the sweep.
Yeah, exactly. And for standings reasons too. You don't want to go too far behind, as they came into this 17 and 18 in the no, I'm sorry. They came in 13 and 12 in division play, or in match play. So they are going to end up under 500 at the end of this particular match, and they know that. But it's a matter of not getting yourself too far down into the hole and giving yourself an opportunity to crawl out with limited weeks left in the season.
Yeah, well, again, limited weeks left in the season, but it's not over. The Express will still have an opportunity to try and get back into a playoff standing. There's still about 4 weeks or 3 weeks after this remaining in the regular season. But for the Hurricanes, they're looking to be on fire right now. There is no slowing them down. And we'll see if they're able to come away with a sweep here, because that'll do wonders in getting them in a really solid position as we look into the final, or as we look into them trying to secure a top pole position.
They're trying to get their 5th series win of the season as well. They came in 4-1, and they are. There's a reason they are where they are in the Foundation League standings, and they're showing it to you. It's a matter of can they put the cherry on top of a really good season as they continue to flow towards the playoffs for MLE season 10.
Well, Terminator off the kickoff gets a good pass down, but Mr. I don't know, a bit too far away. Stanless looks to follow it up. Mr. I don't know sends it into the side wall. He'll get a follow-up touch, but it's not enough to get past Frog Dog. Terminator sending this back center again. Mr. I don't know is there. He had the angle, but couldn't find the touch. Stanless looks to get this around. Good touch from Mr. I don't know. Back, forward, and down. Terminator was there. I don't know with the follow-up, and Stanless caught in an off position. It's going to doink off his car and in.
Consistent pressure from the Express starting this one out. Terminator with a really nice play off the back wall. Didn't quite have the angle to drop it down, and that's fine, as left I don't know right in the middle, because what Terminator did was draw up the defense, get them away from the goal line for the most part, and it took a little second effort to get that one home. But good work from the Express as they take the first lead in a while.
Mr. I don't know following this up now. Off the kickoff into the corner. Good backboard pass. It's a bit too hard. Terminator had pushed too far forward. That dunk from Stanless is going to be off the backboard again. Not quite going to hit the ceiling as Frog Dog was waiting for. To come back down yet again. Good clear from Mr. I don't know. And we're starting to see some really solid pressure out of this Express team. They're getting it downfield and they're setting up positions. They just got to be careful not to overcommit, because they almost left too much space open in their own half.
Yeah, it nearly was trouble, but they were able to get away with it. That's fine. Still a 1-0 lead for the Express, and more challenges like that is what I want to see from them, try to add to it.
It's a good touch from Stanless. Let's send this down the left side. Mr. I don't know will find the touch. Now it's Frog Dog giving Mr. I don't know a lot of space, but he's able to follow it through. Terminator following up with a shot on target. If Mr. I don't know actually had found a bump on Stanless there, that would have been a goal for the Express. But unfortunately, I don't think he was quite aware of how on target that was. Regardless, they're keeping solid pressure in the Hurricanes' half. Is Terminator again going to put that off the backboard?
I think Mr. I don't know wanted a midfield pass there for Terminator, but wasn't quite able to get it. He might have a chance here, though.
It's not quite enough power to find it over Stanless. Terminator a bit scared there at his own half. He is able to find the touch. That's on target. It's a good save. Terminator with the clear away. Now he's going to look to get this over Stanless. He does find the touch. Mr. I don't know responding quickly. He gets a power shot downfield, but it's not on target. That is in the middle of field. Terminator, I don't think, was ready for that. And that hesitation will lead to a goal as Frog Dog just sends it downfield.
Yeah, and I don't think Mr. I don't know thought that this had the angle to go in, but the post roll would prove otherwise, as that one does find its way in. Frog or Mr. I don't know decides to go for boost on the end, thinking he has time there to go up the back wall to take that one away. Unfortunately, not so much in a tie game.
Well, it's another kickoff won by the Hurricanes as they get it back center. Mr. I don't know forced to clear it away. We cross into the second half now, tie game. Frog Dog looking to change that with a shot on target right underneath the bar, I should say. Terminator had jumped up for it, but he just couldn't get enough height.
Yeah, no, agreed. And it's an attempted clear was okay, but not enough momentum to get it away from the offensive positioning that the Hurricanes had. And immediately a 2-point swing, 2-1 in favor of the Hurricanes. Express on their back heels once more.
Stanless looking again to send that downfield. It'll be Terminator. He's got one to beat. He looked to fake out Frog Dog, but Frog Dog was too quick. Mr. I don't know, sending this off the side while he beats Stanless, grabs the boost. Could be falling right in front of goal. It does. He gets a good follow-up. And what a read to get them back level.
And that's a great play from Terminator. He goes up and ultimately doesn't need a lot of touch on this, just off the bottom wheel. That's all he really needs, because if he gets it off of any other part of the car, it probably goes off the backboard. But great play, great momentum read to keep that one going downward instead of forward.
Frog Dog with possession again. He'll take it off the side wall. Mr. I don't know with a good touch to keep it away. Terminator to follow it up. It's a soft touch, but can't stay with it. Ooh, and that goes right over. Stanless could have had an opportunity. He dribbles it around now, looking to get it past one. He does. Mr. I don't know, forced to jump for that. 1:35 left in regulation in the Express. Looking to try and find their one-game victory of this series. It was close there from Mr. I don't know, but slightly wide. Now Stanless off the counter. That's close, but also wide. Both of these teams trading opportunities. Frog Dog knocking that up. Mr. I don't know, almost able to follow it through. Terminator, a bit of hesitation. Could be an opportunity on the counter now for the Hurricanes. Stanless sending it downfield. Terminator with the clear away. Mr. I don't know up again. Back down. He can't follow it through, and we've got 60 seconds left in this game.
Not a lot of time left. Want to see Mr. I don't know put in this position, see if he can get a runner back the other way as he tries a nice challenge in the half.
Terminator looking to follow that up, but it's Stanless who actually gets a pinch. It almost falls right to Mr. I don't know, but a great block from Frog Dog. 33 seconds left in regulation. Still a tie game between these two teams. As it drifts into the Hurricanes half, it'll be a clear from Frog Dog. Terminator actually finds a really solid clear into his own corner where Mr. I don't know can follow it through. Stanless not going to be able to find his touch. Mr. I don't know has possession. He's got one to beat. He lets the ball get too far away, and Frog Dog able to challenge. Terminator keeping it in. Final 8 seconds ticking down. An opportunity still available for the Express. Comes off the back wall again. Terminator just not pushing forward at all. If he had been a little bit more aggressive there, might have had an opportunity to at least shoot it on net.
Second overtime of the series. Now the Express have a chance to at least take away a win off of this.
Well, it's in position. Mr. I don't know won't waste his time. He'll put it through. And off a defensive mistake from the Hurricanes, the Express prevent the sweep.
Yep, two Hurricanes in the same spot right near the goal line creates a big opportunity for the Express, and they take advantage of it. Terminator with a really nice play to just be a nuisance on that goal line and put it up where I don't know is the only one who can get it. Good work to be able to steal a game and go down 4-1 in the series, but that one could turn out to be pretty big later.
Yeah, with the way playoffs work, the individual games are oh so important. So that one game that they're able to steal away there in game 5, like you said, could be the difference between them playing in the playoffs or not. So at least a solid effort from the Express. They were able to finally put together 5 minutes and 8 seconds to eventually come away with the victory in game 5. And for a moment there, it looked like the Hurricanes might have been able to score in the waning moments, but defensively, the Express finally woke up.
They did, and they needed to at the exact time that they did to at least steal away one game. I do want to put a little bit of a spotlight on Terminator, not because of things that he did wrong necessarily. I'm not going to point out specific instances, but things that he could work to improve on. Because I know he wants to be more of more support for Mister I don't know, who mechanically I think is more skilled at this point in the development of Terminator. But Terminator, if there's two things to focus on when you go to video review this week, putting nose to ball, getting boomers downfield, being able to put yourself in positions to go after that ball, or at least your teammates to go after that ball, and then not waiting for the ball to come to you. Attack the ball when it comes and read where it's going to go. There was multiple instances he was paused, waiting for the ball to come to him and land on him, so he could hit it in a random direction, and that random direction could turn out to be a defensive mistake as it sets up the Hurricanes for a goal. So something to focus on when you go into video review this week. All in all, good effort though. They were able to get a win out of it, and that will help them at least going forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, but a solid win for the Hurricanes. They brought the Hurricane to the Express today and come away with a very impressive 4-1 victory over the Express. But we're not done just yet. We're going to be shifting gears quite dramatically here. We're going to be going from the Foundation League all the way up to the Premier League to round off this evening, as the Puffins will be facing off against the Hive. So you're not going to want to go anywhere, and be sure to stick around for the end of this broadcast to see a logo reveal that we have planned. Lots in store. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Minor League Esports.